The Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Hoppe and Super Rich. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM. The Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM.
And that was Check On It with Beyonce and Slim Thug, who we hope hits the gym nowadays because he was a little slim back in the day. He needed some muscles.
He needed some muscle. He got it if he went to the gym. So,
And we're going to have this new segment, Ryan, where we're going to every night pick a year between 2000 and 2009.
Yeah, and I think that's a great idea so people can, tune in to listen
because
to
at some point,
certain time block.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, Ryan, because at some point, the music's going to keep getting older. Like, In the Club came out 11 years ago. 50 Cent's song, the legendary one, came out 11 years ago. It's getting close to classic hits territory, and you're going to need an online or radio channel that plays the classic hits and have us on in the morning. I mean, it's perfect.
That's right.
And speaking of having us on in the morning, we have some breaking news, Ryan, to get to. Some breaking news that is so big that Barack Obama was afraid to talk about it at his speech this week. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was so scared to talk about it. It's news that comes in your face.
He didn't mention it, which I was waiting. I watched the whole thing. I was waiting for him to mention it. Didn't mention it at all.
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show has a new syndicate. We will now be heard every morning on Ruff 105, which is on shoutcast.com.
Yes.
Brought to you by Lewis 2 Live of
Is this starting next week, by the way?
Oh, yeah. I send him our clips from Friday Sports right on Friday.
Okay.
So I send him the best clips, and he airs them in the morning. Like we're morning radio DJs. Like, hey, Lewis 2 Live from Dance Factory Radio. Yeah, we're syndicated by him on Ruff 105. New website coming soon. But now, Ryan, our radio shows are heard on 3 different online platforms.
Yes, you can listen to it on WNUR,
Sportstown, Chicago,
and the
Ruff
new
105.
Ruff 105 Syndicate, which is nice.
We are very pumped about that. And we are also pumped that it's time for...
And now, it's time for Classy News of the Day with Hoppe and Super Rich.
And, of course, that was Lewis 2 Live.
Dance Factory Radio,
From Dance Factory
92.5, 92.7, and 99.9 FM.
Who made that nice intro for
Yeah.
us, for the nice intro and then the certain segments that we're doing. So that's cool.
So, Classy News of the Day, Ryan, the segment that he introduced, Lewis 2 Live, is a segment that you don't hear on normal radio. You would never hear this on CNN. You would never hear this on Fox News or on Sean Hannity or anything. This is news that barely gets covered, like a woman sold heroin in McDonald's Happy Meals.
That's classy.
Give where I have the music in the background,
Yes.
But it's a classy mood. You're eating cheese at a rich person's party, having samples of wine, pretending you're not checking out the girl's ass because people at classy events don't think about sex. They think about making love.
Same thing.
Maybe. Possibly. All right, here's the news clip in Pittsburgh as a woman was selling heroin, Ryan,
Yay.
in McDonald's Happy Meals because nothing says classy like that.
An employee at a McDonald's restaurant.
Oh, my God, that voice.
An employee at a McDonald's restaurant.
God, how is she on one of the bigger markets in Pittsburgh on TV? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, people in Pittsburgh are just annoying in general, probably. Right?
And yeah,
Sorry if you listen in Pittsburgh, but
if you're listening in Pittsburgh, go to bed. Hide under the covers because you
it's
realize
4:30 there. What are you doing up?
listening on your computer or on TuneIn Radio to WNUR. Thank you for listening. Call the show 847-866-WNUR. All right, Ryan, back to the clip.
Yes.
As a woman was selling heroin in McDonald's Happy Meals. The hell?
In Pittsburgh was handing out heroin in Happy Meals. However, fast food worker Shantea Davis denies the claims. Now, police say customers who...
Oh, my God, when you look at her walking out of the courtroom, it's so funny because she's so embarrassed. She's one of those girls that has, like, long hair. I mean, that's most girls.
She's one of those girls with long hair.
And
Isn't that
boobs.
most of them?
And boobs that sag to the ground. But when she walks out, she has the hair covering her face. Like, I don't want to be seen, even though my mugshot will be online. So I'm really hiding my identity, dummy.
Maybe
Yeah.
she can cover her face in the mugshot, even though you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was on the highway, and they have those like wanted flashing signs. Speaking of hiding your face in mugshots,
Yeah.
and there's one guy named like Tyson or something that murdered someone, and he had long braids, and he's wanted right now, so it's kind of scary to think that he's out on the loose.
Oh, I saw that on.
It's scary, dude.
I saw that thing on 53. Yeah, that's scary.
Because like you don't see his eyes.
Some guy's name was like
Tyson, right?
Tyson or Daryl or something like that.
Please find
I
that
don't
piece
know.
of dirt. What a creep. His hair is like dirty
Well,
dreadlocks.
it said wanted for murder and narcotics or something, right? Like it said narcotics too.
Great. He's making meth while killing people. Good for you, son. And the scariest part is you don't even see his eyes. They're like covered. And I'm thinking, if you're the person taking the picture, wouldn't you want to make sure the eyes are seen? Was that just some lazy photographer that's like, fine, next in line?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to make sure their eyes are seen? It's a bad mugshot. You can't even tell what he looks like. He's wanted. Don't you have a better picture? Idiots in the FBI.
Yeah.
Federal body inspectors, morons. All right.
Let's get back to this clip and see what
Heroine's-
happens next.
Yeah, as heroine, Ryan, super rich, was sold in a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Worker Shantea Davis denies the claims. Now, police say customers who used the code phrase, "I'd like to order a toy," and requested a boy.
I'm going to go there.
I'd like to order a toy.
It begins with M and ends in H, meth. I'd like to order a toy that's called Coke, but it's not the drink. You know what I mean? That toy.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we know what you mean. We can hook you up right here. Please pull up to window number 1.
Can you just imagine how reckless you must feel when you feel like everyone's watching you because you're tweaking because you need to have your heroin?
Yeah.
And you have the thing given to you, and you're just like, please don't have anybody think there's heroin in there, even though no one in their right mind, even if a cop was in the parking lot.
Something, and I can say this after the clip, but something similar to this happened in Mundelein, and I can talk about it. It didn't have anything to do with heroin, thank God. But yeah, I can talk about that a little bit after we talk about this clip because it's kind of interesting.
It would be expected that would happen in Mundelein. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, no. Mundelein's not as bad as like Waukegan, Gurnee,
but it's
Zion.
bad.
Zion is scary to walk around in like at night. Like you fear for your life, sort of in Waukegan and Zion.
Yeah.
Mundelein's nice because it's next to Libertyville, it's next to Vernon Hills, it's next to Hawthorne Woods. It's got some nice areas.
Good
around
for
it.
you.
I just don't happen to live in one of those nice. Well, I live in a nice area.
Calm down. You don't live in the ghetto. Shut up.
I don't. Wish I did, though. I wish I did.
We all do.
No.
Toy would pay $82 for their meal and the drugs. They say this type of drug deal is dangerous for many reasons.
It's possible that this could have been given to somebody else with a child in the car who legitimately was buying a Happy Meal. And then it would be very dangerous for a child to get this heroin.
Dennis is the second McDonald's worker in 2 weeks to be arrested for allegedly selling heroin on the job.
What's going on at Mickey D's? I mean, I know their food isn't exactly sanitary. Like when you get like a McRib, I saw this on BuzzFeed. It's like a big brick of ice. You're like,
I heard the McRib has like certain, like it has different parts in it. Like when you make the McRib, it's got like certain types of like skin and certain types of
what I heard.
of like other stuff, and it's got like what's the name of it? Starts with a T. It's like a type of thing in lamb. It's like in lamb
I have
or
no
sheep.
idea. You're smarter than
It
me.
starts with a T.
Tender? I don't
No,
know.
it's a type of meat, but it's like sheep's stomach, and I can't think.
Tenderloin? Is that it?
No, not tenderloin. By the way, we got my friend Mark here. He's just hanging out and whatever. But
Hanging out.
I can't remember. It starts with a T. I don't even remember the name of it.
We'll
but it
get to the
doesn't
point
matter.
later. But Ryan,
Yeah.
you know, like when you get McNuggets, I saw this on Instagram.
Yes.
It's weird. It's pink paste, and then they like break it down. They actually take different parts of like meat. I feel like it's like a big mixer in the back. Like, I really don't like Mickey D's anymore. You know what I mean? Unless
Yeah.
I'm intoxicated, then I like Mickey D's. Just saying. And then the thing about
I'm
it
more
is,
of a Wendy's guy.
so it doesn't surprise me. I think we all are.
Yeah.
I feel like Wendy's is the same as Mickey D's, but it just feels classier because it doesn't
It
give
is.
you.
Well, hey, I like Wendy's. It tastes good. It's good.
Don't we all like Wendy's?
Before we get into the more of that heroin, I don't even know if there was any more to say
There wasn't.
about
It was that pretty
It's
much.
pretty much the news clip was pretty much the whole story. But yeah, in Mundelein, I think this was in the early 2000s. I don't know if it made national headlines. It might have. Maybe somebody remembers.
It has just been
if
forgotten.
if you remember, you can call the show 847-866-9687. That's WNUR. And anyway, it was the Burger King in Mundelein. There's numerous Burger Kings in Mundelein, but it was one of the Burger Kings in Mundelein. I don't know which one. They were selling cocaine, I believe, out of the drive-thru windows.
Nice.
And I think they were selling marijuana out of the drive-thru windows as well.
I feel like they have it at every place.
But yeah, they were doing that, and they got caught, and like an undercover cop, like it was like a ongoing investigation. Like
How much of a moron must you feel like when that undercover cop was like, "Hey, yo, Slim, give me some of that coke"?
It was like a 1 month or 2 month investigation, something like that, and then they finally got caught. And of course, they all lived in the ghetto area.
Did you ever go to that Mickey D's?
The Burger King? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like Burger King. I used to like
Gets
all
me
those.
sick.
I used to like all those places, but now I mean, Burger King's sick. Taco Bell makes me sick. Although they're okay, certain things. White Castle makes me pretty sick.
White Castle's good.
I usually have diarrhea after I have White Castle.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
'Cause when I have White Castle, it's so good when you have it, and then like you look at the bottom of the bag, and then the like grease is dripping through the like little box that it's holding in.
That's actually true. It's like the greasiest place, like as far as fries go, and
It's
like
greasier
stuff
than
like
Kim
that.
Kardashian's bedroom after a night with Kanye.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you said it. All right, next on Classy News of the Day on Ned Note, that's a classy line by me. Father arrested on 5th DUI charge with kids and car. And he's only 38 years old. God,
38 years young.
Hey.
This happened in Florida too.
Oh, yeah. We have a common occurrence on the Hoppe and Super Rich show. The improved Hoppe and Super Rich show. If we talk about how Florida's improved and how... No, Florida's not improved. I don't know why I said that. Florida's crazy. Like, Florida's insane. The sun's out too much. Probably because of the serotonin. And the point is that, like, the sun's out so much that it drives you insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that could be one of the reasons. Unless you're at the Disney World, like, land. Like, unless
and then you're
at,
crazy.
Unless you're in the 1,000 acres that they owned of Orlando or whatever it is. You know?
Why would you think Orlando wouldn't be crazy?
It's crazy. I mean, Dwight Howard was there, so.
Yeah, they supported that crybaby for 8 years. Something wrong with them. But yeah, every time we do Classy News of the Week, there's always a few from Florida. There's something wrong with them. They're the Wang of America, honestly, at some point. All right, here's the clip from WESH in Orlando as a father was arrested on a 5th DUI charge with 3 kids in the car. Father of the Year award so far goes to him. All right, here's the clip.
Father is out on bond tonight after his 5th DUI arrest. Lake Mary police captured the latest one on video, and officers say he had 3 kids in his car. West 2 for more shows.
All right, real quick. At this point, wouldn't you maybe not give him the license back after like the second or third one? Like, okay, dude.
I would think so.
What's your name? Brian Whitmore. Don't you kind of maybe don't deserve your license ever? If you've had 3 DUIs, okay, we'll give you the license. 3rd time's a charm. 4th time. Why do you have him a 5th time? After the 4th, don't you realize, okay, dude, you don't deserve to drive?
Like, what are you doing out there?
I'm in awe. Like, is Florida, do they have so many murders that the judges just go, okay, license back. Next, the mom that killed all her kids and then drowned them in a pool. Bring her in. She's more important than a DUI. At some point, you cannot give this guy his license.
Yeah.
You agree with me?
I do agree with you because, I mean, 5th DUI arrest, that's a little ridiculous.
I hate people that get DUIs. I think they're morons. Number one, you don't have to get drunk. And number two, always plan it out. The few times I've gotten drunk in my life, I admit, I've always had a plan home. I walked home 4 miles on New Year's, like last year. I'm just saying. At some point,
you didn't hitch a ride from somebody? You walked 4 miles drunk? How drunk were you?
Back to the clip.
This is the alarming incident in Seminole County.
Investigators say Brian Whittemore was slurring his words when they pulled him over, and during the field sobriety test, he was clearly stumbling. In video just released, the man who's been arrested...
I bet he thinks he's such a boss when he's doing this. He's like, yo, man, I'm walking so straight right now, you can call me a heterosexual. Look at me. I'm walking so great. And then his kids are like, Daddy, we're rooting for you.
We just want to get home. No, we're going to drive around.
Daddy made us wait in this parking lot where we saw these women leaving with their hands on somebody, and we saw their 2 toys on their chest. Yeah. Daddy was in there for a long time, and when Daddy left, we saw him put up his zipper while walking back. And then Daddy went to the liquor shop.
And then he came back in the car and said, "Don't tell Mommy." Not quite sure what that's supposed to mean, but yeah.
Why wouldn't Mommy want to know about him taking us to this weird parking lot in the bad part of Orlando? And then Daddy took us to Walmart. And we wanted to get some food, but Daddy spent it all on vodka and these little rubber things that were shaped like ovals. What was that?
Oh my God.
All right, back to the clip.
For DUI 5 different times, actually tried to get the officer to give him a break.
I have a feeling you've been drinking.
This is 38-year-old Brian Whittemore's field sobriety.
Oh my God, they actually have the video of him. He's fat, dude. This guy, you could tell, has drank his life away with beer. It's all in that belly. His whole life of drinking, Ryan, is in that belly.
Yeah, I don't think that's hard liquor. That's just straight up beer.
That is not what I thought he would look like at all. He's fat as hell.
I
I
thought
thought he'd be like
tattoos at least.
I thought he'd be some redneck that lived in a trailer. Dude, you could definitely tell he never drank hard liquor because then he wouldn't be as fat. And they show a video of him walking. We'll do a play-by-play kind of, or they'll probably tell you on the news because that's what they're trained to do.
Friday test after his latest arrest for DUI. Investigators say he was spotted outside a liquor store with a child hanging out of the car.
It was my wife's.
Father of the year, dude. Child hanging out of a car outside of a liquor shop. And that was just me doing a scenario. I made up that he went to the liquor shop. You know what I mean? Like, I was just playing around.
Well,
like,
obviously he went to the liquor shop. He was trying to get alcohol.
I didn't know that in the news, though, because do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just kidding. Like, he went to the strip club. He probably has taken him to a strip club. If you're taking him to a liquor shop and you're that much of a dirtbag loser father that no one cares about, father of the year loser that hasn't paid child support in 5 years, at some point, everything's probably true, so I don't feel bad for saying that. I mean, what do you think of this guy, Ryan? What a loser.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have 5 DUIs.
Loser.
You have an L on your head. You're a loser. And how does he have his license? How?
Like the Smash Mouth song, "Shape of an L on her forehead."
I don't know that song. I just know that, hey, now, you're a rock star. I get 5 DUIs.
I know all the words to that one.
Dude, Ryan's weird. He knows all the boy bands.
I used to listen to Smash Mouth all the time. Smash Mouth was a popular band.
Yeah.
It was. They had like 3 or 4 hits.
Good for them. Your mom would listen to Eric and Kathy. You're like, Mom, when are they going to play Smash Mouth? And coming up next on the Eric and Kathy show, here's Smash Mouth.
Yes.
Yay!
Smash Mouth, All-Star, Walking on the Sun, I'm a Believer.
All right, back to the clip.
Whatever else.
And we're bringing the kids home, and we're just trying to get home, and that's it. I've got 3 kids in the car. They're screaming and yelling, and that's what it is.
Sources tell West 2 News Whittemore has been arrested for DUI in 2020.
Look at this. His first arrest was 1996, then it was 97 and 98. Why the hell? Why the hell does he have 3 in a row in 3 years? And they're like, hey...
well, that could have been before he had kids, and then he went a really long time.
It doesn't matter if he has
without
kids.
getting a DUI.
I don't care if you have kids, or if you're retarded, or you're fat. If you have 3 DUIs, you should not be driving, ever. This is in the 90s. Was that okay back then? Were DUIs hip in Orlando
It
when
could have
Shaq
been.
was playing?
It's possible. The Magic are going to the finals. Woo!
Shaq left. I'm going to black out now. He's going to the Lakers.
In 96, 97, 98, those were all 3 years the Bulls went to the finals again. But
every night they get drunk.
Yeah.
I bet all of them were like in late May. Every time they would choke in the playoffs.
Every time they'd get swept by the Bulls in the playoffs, he'd get a DUI.
I don't think they care that much about basketball down there, honestly. It's just when they're good, they're like, hey, there's something to do besides being out in the hot sun. All right, let's just see what else this clip has to say.
12, 1998, 97, and 96.
At what point, like, when he gets one in 2012, do you go, I don't care if it's been 15 years. Didn't you learn your lesson? Why are you off the wagon? And now that he has one in 1996, 97, 98, and 2012, now in 2014, he's getting his license back. I'm sorry. He is.
Yeah.
This is Florida, and they're retarded down there. They're going to give him it back.
It depends how much he has to pay.
There's no way he's not getting it back because we're just going to hear about this again. There's no way this actually gets fixed in Florida. The same people that let Casey Anthony and Robert Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman.
Robert's his brother. Yeah, George Zimmerman get off. And I'm sure there's other crazy things that have happened in Florida where they're like, oh, you murdered your kid? You're free. You got 5 DUIs? You're father of the year.
That whole Casey Anthony thing is just ridiculous.
Ugh, I hate her. And we'll get to Amanda Knox later. I have some things on that. Oh, my God. If you look in her eyes, dude, she's back crap crazy. There's nothing there.
No.
Like, I was showing Ryan a thing on Facebook. It showed all the, like, faces of people.
Right.
Everybody's normal. And then you look in her eyes.
You look at her
There's
eyes.
nothing there. She's like a bat.
Blank stare.
Creepy. All right, let's just see what the clip has to say, and we'll get back to more classy news of the day.
He's also been accused of driving with a suspended license and 2 counts of assault. Investigators say he put precious lives in danger with this latest run-in with the law.
Think he put precious lives in danger? Really? You think that when you get a DUI? This just in, Florida, you just got that after his 5th DUI? That's an obvious thing, Ryan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's obvious that when you drive drunk and you're not in your best mindset and you're driving a car which can either get you somewhere safe or maybe kill somebody if you run them over or crash into them. This just in, that might be not the safest thing ever. And it took you 5 DUIs to realize that, Florida. What the hell's wrong with you, idiots? You agree with me?
I do.
You know what I mean, Jelly Beans?
Yes.
Of course you do.
We're talking about small children. You're going to drive around with small kids in the car, and they're not strapped in. They're not seatbelted in. If you get in...
Why does this guy not seem that serious? It's like, you smoke marijuana, then your brain gets all fun and you eat junk food. Like, he doesn't sound sincere at all. It's like that same level. Like when you have the cop come to your class and you're like, don't smoke marijuana. It makes food taste better. It makes things funnier and you have a fun night, but don't do it. Drinking's bad for you. Gives you more confidence. It makes things funner.
More
and
fun. There's no such thing.
Why do I say fun? I'm an idiot. And it sometimes tastes good, but don't do it. Molly, it makes you feel good. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no sincerity in his voice. It doesn't sound serious. Listen to this.
Around with small kids in the car, and they're not...
There's small kids in the car. I mean, they could die. They could die. It just doesn't sound sincere at all.
Not strapped in. They're not seatbelted in. If you get in an accident, those kids are going to go out your windows, and that's going to be tragic. That's unacceptable.
And that's unacceptable, getting a DUI. That's unacceptable. Especially when it's
I mean, we don't need to play the clip anymore. It's pretty much...
Let's just see what they have.
Oh, yeah, let's see what this guy has to say again.
You're with me. Yes, sir.
He doesn't look that drunk, honestly.
Whittemore's
Like,
next
I wouldn't know he's
appearance
drunk in public. I just think he's a fat man that lives in
Well,
Florida.
that's because he's used to it. He's been doing it for who knows how long.
He's a tolerance.
He's what I like to call a functioning alcoholic. Like
maybe functioning.
Like my great aunt. Anyway,
Jesus
moving
Christ.
on.
hey, want me to put the dump on it? No, who cares? No one's listening.
No, she's not listening.
All right, going back to a song from 2006, Mariah Carey, One and Only.
Yes.
And portions of WNUR's programming may be inappropriate for younger or more sensitive listeners. WNUR believes this material to be artistically and culturally significant. Ryan.
We will play this music only between the hours of 11:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. And you can also call the show, please. We're dying for you to call the show. 847-866-WNUR. That's 847-866-9687. Coming up now, we have Mariah Carey, One and Only. Stick around for more
Classy news.
Classy news of the day.
We'll be right
back.
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Hoppe and Super Rich. Only on WNUR 89.3 FM.